Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven aka Storm and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. Well, what's everyone doing today? We're back in Reaper's March to finish as much as we can today. I don't know how much we're going to get done, but we're going to try to finish as much as possible. Sorry, my allergies are a little irritated from yesterday. Hold on a second, I'm trying to send out the invitation, but my computer doesn't want to cooperate. Alright, let's get underway. Static. Hopefully you guys aren't picking up on that. Yeah, if you notice, we're not in the same place we left off last week. I went ahead and moved this over here because this is where we're going to start today.
You kept the Silverknight and the Green Lady from harm.
Over here.
You're all right. Yes, hello. Unfortunately, I have no time to chat. I own a busy and prosperous mine. Can't get behind in my paperwork.
Actually, I have some bad news. Workers have taken the mine, and our trolls have taken the mine, and your workers are dead or fled.
What? Those incompetents let trolls take the mine? That's terrible. I'm ruined. I'll have to hire sellswords to clear the mine, and... Bah! Thank you for telling me, I suppose. Here's something for your trouble. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Alrighty. Go ahead and do the next main quest, and then, since we're already here.
Welcome to the temple at Ralka, Moon Hallowed.
I've just come from Arinthia. The city is free, but the main.
This one knows Hallowed. Former main Akuzri is here. Preparations have begun. Your path to the Two Moons dance begins here and now. The champions are here. They awaited your arrival with great enthusiasm. Are you ready to join them within?
I am.
Excellent. The Queen, the Silvenar, even the fallen light Akuzri is within. This one's superior, Kalzana Bijo, awaits you at the dais. Follow Hadamdo, Hallowed.
Lead on. Help the Lunar Champion begin a spiritual journey. Though not the largest temple in Northern Elsewhere, not the largest temple in... Really, that's part of Northern Elsewhere? Relikar is probably the most culturally significant, for it's here the main revealed the Riddlethar's Epiphany in 2E311. Wow, I am really not informed today. Look at all these Dominion elite. Let's talk to the Queen first.
My friend, it's good to see you again. I'm thrilled I could persuade Aselmo to trek out here. We need to support Akuzri and the champions. This is a vulnerable moment for our fragile new Dominion.
Then the High Elves are worried about Akunzari's fall?
Cautious might be a better word. Since the Dominion formed, there has been a great deal of political turmoil. The Old Guard in Oridon, resistance to King Camoran's rule, and now the spiritual leader of the Khajiit corrupted by a dark spirit.
What do you think?
I've known the Speaker and the Main for years and have every confidence in them. I've spoken to Shazar and Kali here in the temple, and I'm most impressed. The Somerset Isles will support elsewhere, come what may.
That's good, because they're going to need it.
The stories I've heard about Queen Irene are incredible. I wonder if even half of them are true.
I know that scent. Green keep you, my friend. The Silvenar and I are well pleased that we could be here to support the Khajiiti people.
The Wood Elves aren't worried about the main's fall?
Oh no. My people are deeply divided. I believe this is one of the most vulnerable moments our fragile Dominion has faced. King Camoran himself felt he had to remain in Valenwood, stay close to the people, keep them from worrying.
What do you think?
I've spoken with the champions, taken in their scent. They seem lean, strong, flexible, much like my Silvenar. I fear they do not have the experience, the age that the main should have. But I'm willing to watch and wait and see.
It's not like they have much choice. There must be a main, and not just anyone can be the main. In order to become a main, you must be born under a solar eclipse, or sorry, a lunar eclipse.
Hallowed, strange to refer to you by that title after everything else you've done for the Dominion. But then, I suppose this was ordained in the moonlight, yes?
It's been a journey. How does the common Khajiit feel about this?
News of Akuzri's fall has spread as fast as the wind. All of elsewhere is talking about these two young women. As you probably know, this is the first time we've had two candidates for the main at the same time. There's a great deal of talk.
Are you worried about how your people will react?
I signed the Elden Accord. The people trust me. They trust my judgment. They know that I will serve ably as speaker to the next main. With my help, the people will grow to love her.
Former main.
This one is humbled to stand before the moon, hallowed. You have done so much for Akuzri's people. More than he has done in some time, he thinks.
How are you, main?
You speak falsely. As this one said at Arentia, Akuzri is the main no more. The touch of darkness, the stain of Javadarn's creature remains. He can never atone for what he did.
It's good of you to be here to support the champions, then.
This one has known Shazza and Kali since they were cubs, since their days at the temple. They are strong, proud women. Our people will be in good hands, whoever walks the Two Moons path.
Everyone has gathered for the ceremony, and now with your arrival, we are ready to begin.
What do I need to do?
The ceremony begins with consumption of the moon sugar elixir. This unique brew will make your mind more receptive to the touch of Joan and Jode.
What then?
We have prepared the temple for this unique trial. Never in recorded history have there been two candidates for the position of main. You will walk with each champion, meeting their guides and exploring their past.
Meeting their guides, what does that mean?
Every candidate that undergoes this ritual is met by a figure from their past. The trial path is meant to cleanse the candidate of doubt and regret. The guide aids in that process.
And the elixir?
The moon sugar elixir is the gateway to the ritual. It allows you to open the doors of your mind. Bask in the light of the moons. The touch of Joan and Jode will permeate your senses.
There's never been two candidates for the main at the same time before. Hey Mars, welcome to the chat. How are you?
Never. The champions were born under a unique alignment of the stars and moons. All candidates are. But never, in all our history, have twins been born at the exact right time together. Eventually, after all, a decision will have to be
I feel
made.
that I had to turn on the heater this morning, and by the time we got inside it was like 11 o'clock last night. Like we were still outside until almost 11, so we finally got inside about 11 last night, and then we brought in all the food and stuff, and then we went home. So a decision about what?
There cannot be two mains. Eventually, a decision will have to be made between Kali and Shazza. And as Moon Hallowed, you will be the one to make that decision.
Thank you, Priestess. I'm ready.
Excellent. Let us begin.
Well,
We have gathered here to usher the champions on to their next path. The trial path. These 3 cups contain moon sugar elixir, a sacred potion. They will allow the light of the moons into your souls. Champions, step forth and drink the elixir.
Kali and Shazza.
This 3rd cup is for the Moon Hallowed, who will walk with the champions on their path. Hallowed, step forward and drink the elixir.
Very well. Right, let's do Shazah first, and then we'll do Kali second.
You know that elixir was actually pretty tasty. They never mentioned that in any of the texts.
Are you alright?
Sure, of course. Are the walls supposed to wobble like that? Never mind. Are you ready?
I'm with you, Shazah.
That's the kind of confidence that we'll need. Let's do this.
Yeah, I didn't get to bed till probably nearly 1 o'clock last night.
That hut, this place, are those supposed to be Nahatan flu victims?
Any battle we can walk away from.
And we'll be going back after my stream, so to clean up. So I'm going back to help clean up after my stream today. So the others were like, "Well, we're not going to get up until the afternoon anyway, so you should have plenty of time to get your stream done." So.
This must be where I'm to meet my guide.
Shazah, my daughter. It's good to see you.
Father?
You've become so adept with magic, my daughter. Your wisdom has far exceeded my own.
Father, you are my guide. Why are you here? What am I to learn from this cleansing?
My Shazah, always so eager to learn. Cub, you and your sister have a connection that transcends knowledge. Now, you must face my past. Pray at the lunar shrines. Learn from Kali, that you may face what lies ahead at Moonmont. Become what you were born to be.
Thank you for your wisdom, Father. Goodbye.
We pray at the shrine.
This disease. We've been here for weeks, and we still know nothing about it. If we can't understand how it spread, how can we treat it?
We've already lost Neen and Lanalor. If we don't leave Orcrest now, the whole team will succumb. The flu has ravaged the city, and the Colovians will be here in days. You have to get your daughter out of here.
Old friend, it's too late for me. Shazah is in your hands now. Get her home safely. I'll do what I can before the end. Shazah, please try to be brave. I'm sorry I won't be there for you and your sister, and I pray that the flu never reaches Dune. Look after our family, and remember always, your father loves you.
The Canadian flu was a very awful disease.
Loves you.
My father? I should have known it would be one of our parents. Just like Main Zabiden show, 400 years ago.
What happened to your father?
Father was sent to treat the Nahatan flu outbreak in Orcrest 17 years ago. The disease proved too potent, and he and his team died. I was there, as a cub.
How are you feeling?
I'll be fine. Kali and I have known we would face darkness here since we were cubs. I just wonder. I want to know what he meant earlier. Let's go and find out.
You mentioned the Canadian flu.
A disease. A mysterious illness that swept across the face of Tamriel. It is said that it was a punishment from the Argonians. A retribution for the dark deeds done against the race by the Dark Elves. But no one knows for sure.
It created zombies?
No, not at all. The creatures in these visions, I don't know. I don't. Wait, actually, it makes perfect sense. These visions are a part of me, as much as memories. I was terrified of plague victims. So many bodies.
Why was your father leading the team?
Father was the most talented alchemist in all of Dune. When we were young, clients would come from as far away as High Rock to consult him. I think the man himself asked Father to tend the sick.
This is an important lesson that no matter how powerful magic is in a world, sometimes disease is stronger. Like, you can have the most potent magic and the most powerful potions, and still a disease can take you. Are you ready to move on?
I'm ready. I should warn you, though. We'll probably see more of those flu victim monsters in the next room. I was so frightened of them as a child. Get ready, and thank you.
Lead on, Shazza. Actually, I'm the one leading on.
My father's medical team? Dark moons. Those men and women worked with my father. Neen used to cook for us. She'd even stew vegetables when we asked nicely.
I'm sorry, Shazza.
No need for your sympathy, Hallowed. This is what my father meant. This is what he spoke of when he spoke of decisiveness. I need to move forward. No looking back.
Like your sister?
Yes. Like Kali. I've spent so much of my life studying. So much spent examining texts, words. Action, though. Action is needed to be a true leader. Let's go, Hallowed.
Very well, Shazza. Alright, your turn, Kali.
Shazza doesn't look like her usual upbeat self. Is she alright?
She'd probably want to talk to you about it herself.
Of course, of course. She probably knew exactly what to expect here. No moon sugar-induced vision would scare the likes of her.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Shazza's done well, I'm sure. Time for my chance to prove my worth.
Let's lead on, Kali. Walk the path with Kali.
Colovians here? These bastards killed my mother. Let's take them out. Colovian bastards! Where are... I know there are more of you. I can smell you. Come out and face me! What's going on here?
You draw your sword when you're frightened, Kali. Just like when you were a little girl.
Mother? Is that you?
Even as a cub, you were filled with such anger. After I died, that anger grew. Now, you laugh and curse in turn.
Mother, Nemu, we lost you so long ago. And you were gone so much. Why are you here?
I know, Kali. But you and Shazza had each other. A bond that transcends your age. Now, face your past. Face my rage. Pray at the lunar shrines. Know what has come before. That you may face what lies ahead at Moonmund. Channel your passion, Kali. Protect your sister and our people. Become what you were born to be.
Wait! Don't go!
Let me send this real quick to the person.
Captain, you have to pull back. There's too many of them.
Get my daughter out of here, Sergeant! I'll hold them off! Die, Colovian dogs!
But she was actually
Is this
really
all
good.
you've got, you bastards? Come at me!
Ha! They sent a house cat to fight their battles. Desperate failure.
Kali! Jaza! Be safe.
My mother. I can't believe it. Why?
What happened?
Mother was a great warrior, a commander. She led a squad in the campaign to retake Orcrest and Riverhold from the damned Colovians. That was almost 20 years ago.
So she died before their father died. How are you feeling?
Why are you even asking? I'm fine. I've known I'd be facing something dark in here since I was a cub. The monks made it very clear. Here, wherever we have to go next, the Two Moons path, this is not an easy journey.
What do you mean, wherever we go next?
The monks taught us that once we complete this moon's blasted cleansing, we'll have to face some kind of challenge before we walk the final path. We should see hints as to where we must go before all of this is over.
Are you ready to move on? Why was your mother leading this squad?
Mother was very well respected in our militia. She used to train the cubs from a young age in the use of claw and blade. Shazai used to sit and read after training, and we'd all take turns practicing tumbles and leaps. She was such a good teacher.
Crest and Riverhold?
Siet is in elsewhere, to the east of Dune. When Shazai and I were young, the Colovians annexed most of the northern part of the province. They thought our people were too weak from the Nahatan flu to fight back.
I already know about the flu, but I'll ask anyways.
A terrible disease. It took many people from the face of Tamriel. Actually, how we lost our father.
You ready to move on?
Kali is ready. Why? Do you need more time to rest? If I know anything about these spirit journeys, we will most likely face that general as our final test. And I am eager to put my blade into his side.
Lead on, then.
You killed my mother, you bastard!
You're weak, just like your mother. Your strength lacks.
My blade has tasted the blood of my mother's killer. I should feel happy, righteous. But I don't feel anything.
What do you mean?
The monks taught us that this cleansing would open old wounds, and I expected to feel triumph, victory, like any day in the field. But here, he was just another threat to put down. I think I understand what my mother was telling me.
What was she trying to tell you? She's
Who I
happy.
fight is not the question I should ask. The question I should ask is, why do I fight? I fight to protect those I care for, and perhaps someday, those I lead. Thank you, Hallod. I could not have done this without you.
See, she's learning. You're welcome, Golly. Let's get out of here. I honestly, I think almost anybody faced with the person who killed one of their parents or somebody they loved would have a hard time not going stab happy.
You've done it, Hallowed. The champions have stepped onto their new path, and all that remains is to conclude the ritual.
What happens now?
The final step, the cleansing itself. Please, step back, Moon Hallowed.
Your journey as champions is complete. The final cleansing begins. Relax your bodies. Calm your minds. Let the light of Joan and Jode wash away your doubts, your regrets. The cleansing is complete. Shazai and Kali have left the path of the lunar champions behind. The cleansing is complete. Moon Hallowed, step forward and speak to me.
Thank you, Hallowed. You've filled your role admirably, as hundreds of Moon Hallowed have done before you. You have the thanks of all who praise the bright moons.
You're welcome.
May Joan and Jode guard your steps and keep you safe in the trials to come. You and the champions, excuse me, the candidates, you must make for your next challenge. The moons tell me that your next destination has been revealed to you.
It has?
Yes. The moons tell me that the spirits of the past spoke of a temple. The holy temple of Moonmont. Its walls once sang of moonlight, and now drip with the corruption of the Dark Main.
The Dark Main is there? What do we do?
Hunt him down, Hallowed. Cleanse the temple. Restore the cool light of Joan and Jode. And always, stand beside the candidates. Shazah and Kali are counting on you.
We'll see it done.
May the bright moons light your path, Hallowed. You should know, there is an additional task you could undertake. It might improve your chances at Moonmont.
What is this task?
In times long past, the Moon Hallowed would often make use of a relic sacred to the Khajiit people. Today, it is just an old lump of metal, a bauble of bygone years. But it could come in useful in the trials ahead.
What is this relic?
It is called the Golden Claw. Its power and splendor was such that an entire clerical order surrounds it. They have pledged themselves to its safekeeping for many, many years.
Clerical order?
The Order of the Claw. Just one of the many organizations within the lunar clergy. Kazana Bijo belongs to the Broken Paw. We are less martial than many of the clerical orders. We prefer studious contemplation to open-clawed combat.
Where can I find this claw?
At a monastery known as Dokrin. It means warrior's grin in the tongue of my people. Dokrin lies to the southwest of Roka, west of the Eliad ruin called Dormar.
The main doesn't require this thing?
It is as this one said. The use of the relic has fallen out of favor in modern times. But it is still a powerful object. And this is a most unusual trial for our candidates. This one thought you might appreciate every advantage.
I do, and we were going to go there anyway, so we will definitely acquire that. So, yep, this place done. We are moving off to the next location.
Must have been a real honor for you.
Having seen the twins, are you favoring either of them for the new leader of the Khajiit people, Mars? Nope, that's fine. Unfortunately, one of them will have to lead, so there are no other candidates, so... It's... The odds of somebody being born under a lunar eclipse are extremely rare. Yeah, I need to go along this road to get to the next location. Okay. We're gonna double back and do the falsetti, the final falsetti, or yeah, falsetti. We're doing the final site for the walking city.
By the firmament, I've never seen anything so grand. Ah, traveler, fivefold venerations upon you. I recognize you from Tellinger's description. What brings you to the Falinesti Autumn site?
Falinesti. I keep saying that name wrong. Falinesti?
Master Tellinger has led us to a very interesting project here. If you'd like more details, speak to Andewan on the north side of the chasm. She's running the camp while the Artificer is inside the caves.
I'll find her then. Let's go help the Artificer. Wait, I want the cornflowers. Why didn't I get the cornflowers?
Another find for your pack.
She sounded like an AI. But, I mean, that's pretty fair. And a win.
Thank Ariel, a competent soul. Good to see you again. You'd think I'd be used to working with him, but...
How have you been, Anduin?
Oh, you know. Working as hard as I can to keep him alive. Making sure the new students don't hear about past expeditions. The usual.
Yeah, hang in there, my friend.
Thank Ariel.
What's wrong?
Once again, I'm out in the field with the great and powerful Tellinger. And once again, he's trying very hard to drive me mad. Would you be willing to lend that crazy old wizard a hand?
What would you have me do?
We came here to study this old Falanesti site. Unfortunately, a mad cult now controls the tunnels. They've used a set of corruption stones to seal the main entrance. Destroy those stones and you'll gain access to the tunnels.
Consider it done.
You're a gift from the stars. Once you're in the tunnels, Tellinger should be easy to find. Do whatever it takes to get that old fool out of there.
Who are these cultists you mentioned?
The people that normally live here, the people in the camp nearby, call themselves the Falanesti Faithful. They patiently await the return of the great city, hoping it will change their lives. The Arbadon have lost their patience.
What do you mean?
The Faithful could probably tell you more, but as I understand it, a charismatic member has decided they can force the city to return. They're zealots now. They won't let anyone into the pit. Tellinger, of course.
Tellinger?
He took it as a challenge. Look, he's a fantastically powerful wizard. These cultists aren't really a danger to him, the way they are to you and I, but he just refuses to come out of there, no matter how much I beg.
What is this place?
This is a resting site for the great walking city of the Falanesti. Every autumn, the massive tree beast would creak and groan its way across the landscape. Set out roots in the halls of Ica, down there in the tunnels.
Where was it the rest of the year?
Let's see. The other 3 sites are spread throughout Valenwood. Spring saw the city in the depths of Greenshade. Summer, it set down roots in Malabal Tor. And from here, it would seek to winter in the Grotwood.
Yeah, because Grotwood is this furthest southern location, so that would make sense. Who were the Falanesti?
The greatest green speakers the world has ever seen. They were not satisfied with merely growing the odd village here or there. They wished to craft a perfect fusion of city and forest. One they could show the world.
Where is the city now?
No one knows. The city pulled up roots and began the trek to its next site and simply never arrived. This happened some 150 to 200 years ago. No one's seen it since. That's why we're here.
It's believed that the city was trying to avoid the catastrophe of the Second Era, which is very understandable considering how bad the Second Era has been. It's literally been one catastrophe after another. First thing, the Soul Burst happened, ripping a tear between the Mundus and the Oblivion, allowing the creatures of Oblivion to come through unchallenged. Then,
that's the end of that tale.
If that wasn't bad enough, oh, here's another quest. I should probably pick this up too while I'm here. Ah.
I'm right here. Stay focused.
Green key. Pilgrim, be careful down here. My brethren are not themselves. Perhaps you should return to our camp. It's much safer there.
I'm not a pilgrim, just a traveler.
Thank the Green. Always nice to speak to someone with their eyes open. Sorry to impose, but since you're not here to worship, would you be willing to work?
What do you need?
I'm down here gathering root, earth, and water samples from the caves. We maintain them very carefully. Normally, anyway. Since the Arbadon cult began their mad rituals, it's been dangerous to come down here.
I'll get the samples for you.
Thank you for your service. By the time you're done gathering those samples, I'll be back up in the camp. Look for me there.
Oh, you seem pleased I wasn't a pilgrim.
Oh, you know how it is. A revered site, with a group of mystics and fanatics caring for a bunch of roots. We get some pretty strange types here. They're fervent, green, bless 'em, but strange.
You're not a member of the faith, then?
Just the opposite. I care about the city. It's my sincere hope I live to see Falanesti return one day. I just don't have a problem with bathing myself or wearing comfortable clothing.
You mentioned you take care of roots.
We do so with songs in our hearts. One day, Fallen Esti will return and we'll be rewarded for our stewardship. It's a quiet life normally, but we like it.
How do you maintain the roots?
Through communion with the spirit of the site. We tree stewards have a few tricks up our sleeves. Get those samples for me and I'll show you.
Can you tell me anything about the Arbor Dawn cult?
Mad folk, every one of them. They think. I don't know what they think. They're sure they can force Fallen Esti back here somehow. Indring, the leader of the cult, he's maddest of all.
You know him?
We've been friends for years. He's half crazed, babbling about the tunnels. I just hope they can be saved.
Okay. Collect some soil. Collect a water sample. Collect some more soil. The hardest ones to get are the root samples. The root samples can be quite temperamental to collect. Dang, Isabel's pretty strong. Okay, there's all the soil samples. Let's go smash a corruption stone and then we'll see about collecting the fruit samples. Greetings and salutations, and virtues and doom. How can I help
We beg
you?
you. Focus your mind. Stay with me.
Alright, that's one stone destroyed. Alright, let's go get a root sample. Okay, there's 2 samples. Oh, we might even give you like all the samples down in this tunnel.
Steady on. Shake it off.
That is if I can actually like gather samples because enemies keep popping up every time I turn around. Okay. Trying to find my way back out again is going to be the interesting part.
That was it, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell. grace us with... Any battle we can walk away from, eh?
That's the second stone destroyed.
We worship you.
You must move to flank.
Ah, I felt something happening up here. Well done. Can't wait to see you inside.
Well, that's a way to reintroduce yourself, Tellinger. To the halls of Ichor.
Shake free.
Circle around.
The city of Fallen Esti occupies the brows and bowl of a great walking Elden tree, possibly the original Elden tree from which all others were derived. These towering gaunt oaks are so huge as to beggar belief, trees on a mystical scale. Oh yeah, I was saying, like, the second era has been literally one catastrophe after another. So first was the Soul Burst and the Oblivion and the responding crisis from Cold Harbor. Then there was the Daedric princes doing their triad, and they wanted to take over the world, and so the Daedric War questline popped off. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, some idiot in Abner Tharn, that totally wasn't me, but it actually was, unleashed a rage of dragons upon Elsewhere. And one of them tried to become a new moon, and that was a whole thing that we had to stop. And then the Grey Host returned and tried to destroy the Reach, and not only destroy the Reach, but also make themselves immortal vampires that could not die. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, Mehru's Dagon showed up and was like, hey, by the way, I'm going to destroy Nirn. I'm going to merge Nirn with the Deadlands. It's been one disaster right after another to be.
Ah, excellent. I sensed you coming. It's good to see you again. We can set to work right away.
Tellinger, why are you still down here?
Why wouldn't I be down here? It's perfectly safe. Are you worried about the Arbadon? They're harmless. A far greater concern are the Daedra. They're the real problem down here. Silly creatures.
Daedra, where?
Down in the deeper tunnels. Don't worry, you're here. Actually, your arrival was quite timely. I just finished recording some critical observations on the site. I almost feel bad for Indring here.
Indring?
Yes, the leader of the Arbadon cult. He was very cross with me, shouting and carrying on. So I transformed him into a more manageable little fowl. It'll wear off after we've gone, but he's much more pleasant to be around now. Sorry, where was I?
Something about Daedra?
Of course, the temple. In my haste to excavate some of the older tunnels with earth-moving spells, I uncovered an ancient structure. This whole mess is somewhat... a bit my fault. But I'm not worried.
What can we do?
What kind of teacher would I be if you didn't learn something? You'll accompany me down into the temple and we can put an end to... whatever this is. It's through the vine wall on the far side of the main cavern. I'll meet you there.
I'll see you there then. I think there's a faster door if I go back this way. Hold on.
I hope I was of some assistance.
Somebody just killed the Daedra through here. It probably could have been Tallinger, but...
There it is. Beautiful, isn't it? In its own way.
How do we get inside?
Now that I have had a moment to examine the ward, it'll be a simple ritual to open the doors. However, it will take a few moments to complete, and I expect my efforts will not go unnoticed.
I'll need to protect you then.
Just so. I say, you are a learned assistant. Remind me to raise Enderwin's guild stipend after this is over. She's truly a mage of great intelligence. Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready. Let's begin.
Be wary, assistant. Here they come! Just a few moments more.
Every time I see the spider Daedra, I think of the Driders from Thrist, or from the Drow. I think Mephala was heavily based on Loth.
Done! Let's get in there. If you'll allow me. Fascinating! That's it. I can't use my hands. Assistant, you'll need to free me.
We're still standing. Be proud of that.
Welcome to my web, mortals.
The Daedric prince herself in these tunnels. I should have known.
I'm still standing, yeah.
Do be quiet, Artificer. Your companion is far more intriguing. Come, child. Speak with me.
Trust nothing she says, assistant.
Hello, Mephala.
Such a lovely warmth against the temple stones. So good to smell pumping blood in these halls again.
Mephala, I presume.
I am as the Artificer named me. Mephala. Web spinner.
I'm still standing, yeah.
Have you enjoyed sparring with my newest Death Weavers?
The Arbiter Dawn cultist.
Nothing like an empty mind. Waiting, yearning for purpose. The lost city, the lost faithful.
No,
the great
I'm unsure. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I can't place it right now. I don't know. I think my brain might still be too tired. What that's supposed to mean?
I have no answers for you, child. None that would satisfy you anyway. Now take your Artificer and go. The temple doors are open. You've done your part here today.
Done my part.
My. So the Arbadon cult has been spun into Mephala's web. Fascinating. Worrying, to be sure, but fascinating.
What do we do?
It's clear entering the temple was a poor choice. My enthusiasm for discovery has caused problems like this before. I imagine Enderwin would be happy to provide you a list of past occurrences, but I digress. The temple must be resealed.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing. Just stand there, assistant, and observe. Using a novel application for hermetic harmonic resonance, I shall completely seal the temple. Airtight this time, if you will. No allowing Mephala's influence to leak out.
All right, then.
This should be the work of a moment. Just need to attune this spell matrix. Mephala, you face Tellinger the Artificer. Learn what it means to snare one such as me in your web.
No! How dare you, mortal!
I am the Artificer, madam. That's why I dare.
Yeah, I've got to respect the Artificer.
I believe Mephala's reaction was proof. The temple is sealed. Well done there, I suppose.
You suppose isn't that good news?
Oh, indeed. I'm sure in time the Arbadon will return to themselves. It's a shame we didn't discover where the Falinesti have gone. It may have to remain one of Tamriel's great mysteries. Thank you, Assistant.
If I'm not mistaken,
I'm
it doesn't
already beginning to
come
plan
back,
our next
so.
field mission. I'm thinking one of the Plains of Oblivion. It's been some time since I perused the stacks in Apocrypha, for example.
What do you think happened to the Falinesti?
For all we've learned here, the Falinesti faithful may be a better resource to answer that question, or at least a more entertaining one. Some of their stories are quite fanciful, you know.
What will become of the Arbadon cultist?
Oh, they'll be quite all right. With the Daedric influence removed, they'll return to their old selves very soon. Actually, that's worth studying. I think I'll leave some students behind to observe their behavior.
So, what do you think happened to the Falinesti?
For all we've learned here, the Falinesti faithful may be a better resource to answer that question.
Went through that. Okay, so that's another location down. We're gonna go turn in this quest real quick.
Did it go well? Do you have the samples?
Yes, here they are.
Thank you, Traveler. The Falinesti will remember your stewardship. As a reward, I offer you the chance to see a ritual few outsiders have ever seen.
Okay.
When I was a kid, on cold nights, I used to curl up by the fire in the castle Navier main hall.
Earth, water,
I'd
grow,
sit there with a
spirit
book
of the
and
green,
fall
sprout
asleep
and
over
show.
the pages. Simpler times, eh?
And we wait.
Who disturbs me?
Excellent. Go ahead, my new friend. Speak to it.
Something is different. Something has changed.
What are you?
I am of the green, of the dark and growing depths. My lifeblood pulses through the roots. My skin smells of loam.
Is the site in good health?
For now, I sense a darkness, a growing corruption. If the grove tenders are kept away from their charge much longer, it may begin to fade.
Do you know what happened to the city?
Falinesti. It is gone, yes. I can sense its absence, like a hole in my heart. It still walks somewhere. This land has greater worries.
Did filling the district simple help the site?
The stone and metal down in the depths beneath the soil, locked away in darkness, whispered to the keepers. Now quiet, the whisperer silent again. Peace returns to the grove.
Okay, well that's done. Alright, like I said, off to the next location. So we're not going to do this one just yet. This is going to be one of the last two locations we visit. So we're going to go to the Drokern Monastery next. So, right. On the road again.
Back in the saddle.
I can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is petting and kitten. And I can't wait to get on the road again. Back in the saddle again. Yippee-ki-yay, go my way. There's some tigers. We need to kill those real quick.
It is not the end of our tale.
Yep, there we go. Got some more fangs. That'll help speed that process along.
You are the Hallowed. You have come in our hour of need. Please, Moon Hallowed. We've been driven from the temple, and the Claw is in terrible danger.
What happened here?
The Stonefire cult happened. They and the Dramathra beast slaughtered our holy order. All at the behest of that Javad Darn. Joan and Jode preserve us. I think they mean to take the Golden Claw, the holy symbol of our order.
How can I stop them?
You must get the claw. Take it somewhere safe. You'll need the blessings of our High Priest to see you safely through. I think the Stonefire have taken them prisoner. Seek them out in the shrines east and west of the main temple.
I'll find them, Azahar.
The holy waters of Dokren have kept the claw safe for years. I pray they keep you safe as well.
Who are you people?
We are the Order of the Claw. The keepers of Dokren. This one has protected the sacred claw all her life. Prayed to the bright moons for guidance in the safety of the Khajiit people.
The Order of the Claw?
Within the lunar clergy, there are many orders. The Order of the Crescent, the Brotherhood of the Fang. We keep the claw safe here, and train in our martial vows. If these brutes weren't aided by dark spirits, they would never have taken the site.
Why do you trust me with this relic?
You are obviously the capable sort. And if you're willing to help us, I would be a fool to deny the mercy of Joan and Jode. The alternative is Javad Darn with his hands on the claw. That must not come to pass.
What is this relic?
An artifact sacred to my order. A holy relic from the era of the main Tulardra. Today, it signifies the martial vows we take when we join the Order. The pious nature of our contemplation. A symbol of the bright moons.
What is this place?
Dokren Monastery. The warrior's grin in the Tamarelic town. A holy site to those of us in the lunar clergy. A stopover for pilgrims, and a training ground for those who practice the martial vows.
Alright, let's go save the temple, and get the relic while we're at it. Body of a young Khajiit is still warm. One hand clutches a letter, the other holds a small offering pouch. Take the letter pouch.
Please, speak with me. I have no one else to turn to.
Kindly traveler, thank you. I thought I'd never see another friendly face again.
What happened here?
I came to make an offering to the bright moons. My brother Indal is off at the front in Cyrodiil, and I was to pray for his protection. That was when the screaming started.
The Stonefire cult attacked.
Yes, they were everywhere. The dark spirits clawing at my throat. I tried to run, but I didn't. Please, you have my letter, my offering. Finish what I could not.
What do you want me to do?
Place the offering pouch at the nearby shrine to the waxing moons. Then my letter at the shrine to the bright full moons. Finally, Light a candle for Indal at the Waning Moon Shrine on the hill.
I'll see it done.
Get back, fiends!
Yes, you are no cultist. You have come to save Mahazi. Thank you.
Yes, I'm here to rescue you.
How did you know to find us here? How did Joan lead you to this one side?
That's a tough one. Like, do you play your game with your daughter that she made up herself, or do you stay in the warm? Actually, I need the blessing of Joan to save the claw.
Ah, so you are here for the claw, in point of fact. Well, Mahazi will not turn away help. Untie me, if you would.
I will. Here, just let me just.
And the blessing. Joan watch over you.
Halfway playing it. You should convince her to play a new game instead. It's called Being Warm. The object of the game is to be warm. If you get cold, you lose. Either that, tell her if she doesn't, tell her you're gonna push the button and push her nose. Beep.
Bright moons, please free me.
She tells me she's not cold while my toes go numb. I'm here to rescue you.
May Jod bless you with his tears and keep you always at his breast. Why have you come to the aid of Consort Joe? This one felt sure he would die here.
I need the blessing of Jod to save the claw.
The monastery swarms with the Stonefire cult. But yes, the sacred claw must be kept safe. This one will bestow upon you the cool light of Jod's grace.
Let me untie you.
This one is eternally grateful. May Jod's smile keep you safe.
Okay. She's like, Mommy, it's not that cold. Your toes are supposed to be blue, Mommy. I'm sorry, child, but toes are not supposed to be blue.
Be calm in the moonlight, Hallowed. Welcome to the Dokrin Monastery. These stones were old even in Ridthar Ridata's day as Main.
Why are you here, Ridthar?
This one sensed the danger here, the threat to the Claw, and the threat to you, Hallowed. The Main, the Claw, the Hallowed, the Moons. Everything has its place on the path.
What danger?
You have already encountered the cult and their dark thralls. The cult, in their ignorance, tear at the temple walls. They want to enter the inner sanctum, overcome the wards, and claim the claw. Fools.
What do you mean?
The Stonefire have torn down several shrines to the Bright Moons. These shrines are the keys to entering the sanctum, but you, Hallowed, you have the blessings of Joan and Jod upon you. With a touch, you can reconstruct the shrines.
So repair the shrines and get into the sanctum.
Together we shall restore the altars. You wield the blessings of the Bright Moons, and Ridthar will attune their connection to Joan and Joe.
Can I ask you a question too before we move on?
Of course.
Joan and Jode teach us that the light of knowledge is just as bright as moonlight.
Why are you here?
The March is in turmoil. The future of the line of domains is in danger, and threats bubble up from within and without. We may be far from the heart of Elsewhere here, but Ridthar goes where his people need him.
Can you tell me more about the Claw?
Over the years, objects become imbued with faith, meaning and power. The Golden Claw is one such an object. Its meaning to the Order of the Claw is such that many priests gave their lives to try to protect it.
Why did the cultists want the Claw?
The Stonefire cult is led by a Tharn. That family is a vine of corruption wrapped around the heart of Tamriel. This one does not know what plans Javad Tharn has for the Claw. Ridthar does not want to know.
Very well.
Excellent. This altar is intact. It needs only to be attuned.
Okay, the first altar has been restored.
I do believe we're good at this.
That would be a problem if we weren't good at this by now, Isabel.
Joan and Jode wax, rising.
Protect us from harm.
Rawr! Did she see all the kitties on the screen? Like the kitty people? Waxing Moon's altar. Restore yourself.
Moonlight mote it be.
The altar is attuned. On to the next one.
The fullness of the two moons hang in the darkness above.
There are none left to stand against us.
Okay, she can't care less about what on my phone. That's fair.
Let the bright moons shine down.
Let the bright moon shine down. The full moon altar has been attuned. One more to go. Waning Moon's altar. Restore yourself.
The cool light of the moons preserve us. The inner sanctum should be open to we pilgrims now. Joan and Jode smile down upon us. Are you ready to enter the reliquary? The inner sanctum of Dokrin?
What can I expect?
A final defense bars our way into the reliquary proper. The guardian Sench stands watch inside. Normally, you would have to be a high priest of the lunar clergy to cease its protection. With the blessings you carry, you will have no trouble.
That's hilarious. Anything else?
This one. He senses a darkness moving towards us. The
Poor
cult must have
kitty.
felt the change within the
He's just like not amused. Let's go then.
the end of our tail.
Dropping barriers to the temple's sanctum.
Oh great, a Tharn's here.
Charge!
Who's dead?
Yes!
I don't know where to hide. That's adorable. I don't know where to hide. Why did I suggest this game?
The golden claw intact. The bright moon smiled down upon us, traveler. The claw is safe.
You should just call up, I see you. Should I return to the lunar priest outside?
Just so. In peaceful times, the claw can sit in the darkness, at rest. This is not a peaceful time for the march. The claw may yet be a weapon against the Tharn and his brood, and the priests will know how to use it.
Oh, wow. Are you sure you didn't give her the cake last night? Because I assumed you would be bouncing off the walls today from the cake high, but it seems like she's the one who's bouncing off the walls from the cake. Thank you, Rilthar.
Wherever the lunar winds take you next, know that you have done the Khajiit people a service today. Keep the claw safe, that it may protect our tomorrows as well.
I don't know. Until we meet again. She like absorbed all the sugar from you, so instead of you getting the sugar high, she got the sugar high. By the way, did you ever find out how many pounds of chicken and dumplings we had last night? Because it was 70. We had 70 pounds of chicken and dumplings at the wedding. Find me. Oh dear. She just basically gave herself away. It's so you can find me.
You have saved the claw from true darkness. It is your sacred charge now.
The first main told me to bring you the claw, actually.
Truly, Ritaridata himself. This one is humbled by his faith in Azar. She will do her best to make him proud. The Order of the Claw will protect their most sacred relic. And the march will one day be cleansed of these shadows.
Alright, that's another location down. So we're off to the Moon Mount. Well, first things first, we need to place the offering at the Waxing Moon Shrine. I didn't mean to pick those up.
Indal,
I have no choice.
please don't go.
It is my duty, Teya. Take this token. Pray for Indal. Promise?
I promise, Indal. Stay safe.
Those aren't tigers. She gave me like 10 seconds to hide.
Stand up, protect
Oh,
us from
come on,
harm.
Belle. She was in the bathtub. It's like, Mommy, you'll never find me here. It's like you just show up. She's like, how did you find me?
Joan and Jode, keep this one's brother safe. Watch over Indal. Keep him safe in the fighting to come. Bring him home. He's all I have left.
And she's like, she would never suspect that I would want to take a bath, so there would be no way I would be in the bathtub. Almost got all the tiger fangs we need too. That'll be nice if I happen to find the last couple tigers. Alright, light the candle to memorize the brother and Earl.
Dokrin Monastery. Is this a dream? Thea, no! What's going on?
Indal, I'm here. I'm sorry, brother. I am dead.
Thea, this can't be true. This must be a dream.
This is a dream for you, but I speak the truth. A kindly stranger has fulfilled your sister's prayer. Joan and Jode saw fit to reunite us one final time.
Where did you hide at?
Your Taya will always be with you. I love you, brother.
I love you, sister.
Honestly, if it were me and I was in your situation, I probably would have just gone and crawled back into bed and just like gotten completely under the blankets and hidden there. I mean, you may as well be warm while you're hiding. Like, there's no point in freezing while you're hiding. Time to dip on the other side of my bed. Okay. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I come.
We never really got to say thank you, Hallowed. You stood beside us at Ralka, saw our parents, saw our past. Thank you for your guidance and friendship. It means a great deal to us.
You are welcome, Shazah.
But then, enough about the past. Kali has already laughed at my attempts to write down what happened. We have much more dangerous, immediate threats ahead of us.
Alright, let's do this.
Kali has been chomping at the bit. She has grown tired of these Dromatra and hungers for bigger game.
Bigger game?
We hunt the Dark Mane, who has taken root deep within Moonmount. His legions have boiled up from below, killed most of the monks. And the beacons that mark the site as holy ground are grown dark. They fuel a ward lock upon the temple door.
What's the plan?
Take this prayer to the bright moons. We must go to the beacons, the large pillars around the temple. There we pray. We cleanse the beacons and drive away this darkness. Hallowed, I know together we can see this done. What do you say?
Hey Joe, welcome to the stream. Well, to be fair, like, I can see how she would miss. I mean, if she would, yeah, definitely take the 2 steps, but I can see how she would miss that there was someone else in the room. It's like, because I know I've seen things in plain sight and just looked right past them on several occasions. I see. Let's see it done.
We'll meet you at the beacons. See you there, Hallowed.
How was work today, Joe? Oh, okay. I shall pull it up and review. It is loading very slowly. Shazah.
Hallowed, this one is glad you are here. This beacon has an intensity to its corruption. It is teeming with the energies of the Dromatra. Shazah must perform the purification.
Why did you have to do it?
You are powerful, my friend. But Shazah has long experience dealing with the dark energies here. She must be the one to dispel them. Besides, the ritual will no doubt draw attention. You must protect Shazza as she works.
Okay. Yeah, she does not look amused when she found you. She's like, what? And then when you caught her in the tub, she looks way overexcited. Has her hair gotten longer? It looks like it's gotten much longer than it was over the summer. I'll protect you.
They come for the beacon.
That's good that, I mean, it's kind of good and bad to get let off early because, you know, getting off early means less hours and less pay. But getting off early also means you get to go home earlier and you're not stuck at the... Like, and it's definitely better than getting stuck late because someone didn't show up. So before she realized I was there, okay, so that's her looking and she didn't see you. Oh my goodness. Poor child.
I'm with you, my friend. Watch yourself. Done. Thank you, Hallowed. I shall meet you at the temple entrance.
Understood. Off to the next one. She's like, where is she? It's like, and then she's like, oh, you're literally right there. It's like. Which is perfectly fine.
Was with us in that fight.
That was the reason why you weren't cutting her hair very much, because that way if she did want to grow it out, she could without having to take a long time doing it. So I remember you told me that, or was it was you or Dylan? One of you two told me that. So I can't remember which one it was now. So. I've come, Kali.
Just wanted to be sure you were well protected. Go ahead, Harold. Nice work. See you at the temple door.
Let's go bust our way into a temple.
With the beacons cleansed, this ward is just an annoyance. Shazza is preparing to crack it wide open.
What do I need to do?
You've already done your part here, Hallowed. Let's just stand back and let her do her thing.
Yeah, the good thing about long hair is there's just so much you can do with it. You know, you can put it in a ponytail, you can braid it, you can do twin tails, you can do pretty much, you know, a lot of stuff with long hair, so.
Shazza, what happened?
That thing was stronger than it looked. I'll be fine. Let's get inside.
Yeah, that is true. You gotta condition it, you gotta brush it, you gotta take care of it. Hope it doesn't get caught in something. Oof. See, the problem with my hair is that my hair doesn't get long. It's like, I mean, it does, but it curls up on itself, so it doesn't actually, like, Like, there's some, I don't know why my hair is like that, but like, even if I wanted to have long hair, it wouldn't actually be long. It would be, unless I straightened it, it would be like curly and like a giant like rat's nest on my head. It would be.
Try to keep up, Hallowed. Another barrier. Shazza can crack it.
Okay, so...
Dark ones. This one is even stronger than the one outside.
Moon Month should be the heart of lunar light in Reaper's March. Instead, we are surrounded by darkness. The altars are aligned, the darkness thrown back. Destroy the barrier, Shazza!
Yeah, I can't believe I remembered that. It's been probably a year since I last played through this thing.
Right behind you, sister.
That's fair, and look. Hopefully, she'll gotten your hair. I don't know about Brandon's hair. Is Brandon's hair manageable, or has he got curly hair? Or
you're mine now, champions.
Kali, watch out!
What?
Ah!
Fall, Darkmane.
Enough of this. I'll return to Tharn, and together we'll...
Nope.
No. Damn you, First Mane.
Riddlethar's got you.
Hallowed, I can see the light of the dance reflected in your eyes.
Okay.
Joan and Jode smile down upon you now. They are with you at this difficult hour. You must choose.
Choose?
With you are two motes in the darkness. Kali and Shazza are the lunar champions, truly. One will go on to shine as brightly as Joan and Jode. The other will twist and rot and wither here in the corruption below Moonmont.
I don't understand. What are you saying?
You are the Moon Hallowed. It is your destiny to make this choice. One will live with you and walk the two moons' path. They will become the next Mane. The other will hold the Dark Mane in place here, and dwell forever in darkness.
You need to explain this, Ridthar.
Ridthar will tell you what he can, but know that this choice is yours. You must choose with your heart, and your mind, and your soul.
I have to choose one of the champions to contain the Darkmane?
You say it truly. She will remain here, a prisoner in darkness. Only through the strength of her heart, the wisdom of her mind, can the evil that is the Dark Mane be contained.
Why does it have to be this way? Why does the Darkmane have to be contained?
You have seen for yourself, Moon Hallowed. The devastation at Fort Grimwatch. That is what is possible for a Darkmane fully in control of their host. When the host and the darkness are one, the darkness is terrifying.
Can't we just destroy him?
The Dark Mane is a creature of darkness, a being from beyond the stars. The only way he could be truly destroyed is to face him in one of those places beyond. But here, now, one of the champions can hold him, make the world safe from his evil.
Ridthar, can you help me decide?
No, Hallowed. This must be your decision. Speak to the champions if you need to. Hear what they have to say before you decide. This must be your decision, alone.
Okay. Well, actually, it's going to be the decision of my chat. So let us speak to them and get their point of view.
Hallowed, Kali is not prepared for what's required here. Choose me to contain the Dark Mane.
You want to take on the Dark Mane's mantle?
Absolutely. Kali would make a far better mane. Her strength and resolve would serve her well. Shazza is well acquainted with the darkness of the Dromatra. She knows what must be done.
What about you?
I can do this. This is my responsibility. Take Kali and leave this place. Hallowed, she should be the next mane. I am just a scribe who was born on a particular day at a particular time. I do not deserve to be mane.
Let me think about this for a moment. There's more to talk to her about.
Hallowed,
Can we talk
Kali
about
is
this,
not
Shazza?
prepared for... Of course, Hallowed. I will answer any questions I can to make your decision easier.
If you became mane, what would you do?
I would try to lead with wisdom, as the monks taught us, as I learned from my father.
What would your parents think?
Mother was always so proud of Kali's blade work. She used to have her demonstrate for the other children. I'm sure they would want Kali to be the next mane. She is far stronger, braver than I am. She's a better leader and a proud warrior.
Are you sure you should become the dark, are you sure you should become the Dark Mane? See you later,
Absolutely.
Mars. Have a good one.
Kali would make a far better mane. Her strength and resolve would serve her well. Shazza is well acquainted with the darkness of the Dromatra.
Okay, we've already heard that. Alright, now we shall talk to Kali.
Hallowed, Shazza cannot contain this darkness. She does not have the strength. Choose me to take on this burden.
Can we talk about this, Kali?
Ask me any questions you need to. Let's get this whole thing over with.
If you become mane, what would you do?
I would lead with a firm hand and a brave heart, just as Mother taught me all those years ago.
So you want to take on the Dark Mane's... so what would your parents think?
Father was ever speaking about the brilliance of Shazza's spellcasting. Once she cast a spell, and the whole sky lit ablaze. They were so proud of her. I'm sure they'd want her to be mane, to lead our people.
So you want to take on the Dark Mane's mantle?
Yes, Hallowed. Shazza is brilliant and talented, but I do not think she can physically take the strain of holding this darkness within her. I have the strength and the will to take on this burden.
So Shazza would become the mane?
Yes, Shazza is much better suited to lead our people. She has studied so long and so hard. She knows much of the Bright Moons and is much better at dealing with people. She should lead, and I should stay.
Alright guys, it's time for the final decision. Who will be the next mane of the Khajiit, and who will become the prison for the Dark Mane? Will Shazza become the next mane, or will Kali become the next mane? The time to decide is upon us. I will give it some time to see if anyone responds. Usually what I do as a rule is I pick the opposite of what my character's playstyle is. If my character is a warrior, I pick Shazza. If my character is a mage, I pick Kali. So if you want me to pick, I will take Kali as the new main, because she complements my Reewish's playstyle as a battle mage. Yeah, we're on quest 7 of 10 on the main story quest, so it does kind of hurt things. We've moved really fast. Like, we have cut a path, like, down through Southern Reaper's March. Like, just clearing, like, almost everything. There's still this and this to do, but these are the two longest quests in the region, so I'm going to do those last, so. Alright, so in that case, if there's no one else going to vote, we will have Kali become the new main, and thus Shazza shall hold the darkness back.
Hallowed, Kali is not prepared for what's required here. Choose me to contain the Dark Mane.
You want to take on the Dark Mane's mantle?
Absolutely. Kali would make a far better mane. Her strength and resolve would serve her well. Shazza is well acquainted with the darkness of the Dromatra. She knows what must be done.
What about you?
I can do this. This is my responsibility. Take Kali and leave this place. Hallowed, she should be the next main. I am just a scribe who was born on a particular day at a particular time. I do not deserve to be main.
Shazza holds the Dark Mane. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Sister, please, reconsider.
This is the way it must be. Sister, do not weep for me. This creature is now contained. Leave this place, sister.
Javad Tharn will pay for what is done to my sister. I swear it.
We'll get him, Kali.
Mons be damned. I will get my sister back. I don't care what the moldering old ghost says. I'll walk the path with you. Cut Tharn's throat, and come back with an army of mages to free Shazza from this torment.
Alright, let's speak to Kali.
Shazza, damn it. Why did she force me into this? I suppose there's nothing else for it. We have to make for Dune.
What's the plan?
Walk the Two Moons path, of course. It's been my destiny since I was a cub. I know that now. We walk the path, I become main. Then, we get my sister back.
I'll meet you there, Kali. Alright, so I am going to take my break, and when I come back, we are going to do the Willow Grove quest. So I will be back in just a minute. Okay, I return. Let's get back to it.
May the green keep you, traveler. Welcome to our sleepy little town of Willow Grove, traveler. We make the finest golden honey mead, rare and delicate on the tongue. Well, we do when things aren't all aflutter.
What do you mean?
We've got a number of beehives, right? We've been looking to clear some of the forest, expand out, and hired a mage to help make it happen. The buzz around town is that there's a problem. I don't know the details, though.
Who would I talk to if I wanted to lend a hand?
I'd say you should go talk to Trethane Raneth. She runs our little town here. She has the biggest house in town, the one with 2 bulbs. Can't miss it. Have a good day, traveler.
I'll do that. Help the town of Willow Grove remedy a disaster. Questionable contract. Trethane.
Ah, welcome. I'm entertaining a guest at the moment.
Is there something I can help with?
Someone I spoke to on my way into town mentioned you're having some kind of problem.
People spreading rumors. You heard true enough. We hired an Altmer mage to clear the land above the village to make room for our beehives. He's been days now, and if he doesn't complete the contract soon...
I guess I don't see what the problem is.
Well, if he doesn't complete the contract soon, he'll have to eat his wife. Alanya seems like a lovely girl, and I don't want that to happen.
He'll have to eat his wife? What? Why?
We are simple people here, and we know little of magic. As part of the contract, Alanya offered herself as our packed hostage. I want to give Master Pacomo more time to work his magic, but he has little time left.
Is there any way I can stop this from happening?
The mage's tent has some papers and personal items inside. Perhaps you could look to see if anything there might explain this delay. And... perhaps Alanya may be able to suggest what to look for.
I'll search his tent.
I pray to the Green. You can help us resolve this. No one here wants to see this contract fail.
Can you tell me more about this contract?
I could. We hired Picamo to clear the trees above the village. We're a devout community. We observe the Green Pact as closely as possible. Cutting down the trees for our own gain would be a clear violation of our belief.
The Green Pact?
The philosophy, the religious point of view for most of my people. We hold the forest sacred, and the Pact forbids us from harming plants and trees. It can be somewhat inconvenient to stay true to our faith, but we manage.
So it's alright for Pelicamo to remove the trees, but not you?
Yes, it is verboten for us to harm the forest by direct action. But for a non-believer, an outsider to clear the trees, especially for the benefit of the faithful, that is fine.
Why a mage though? Couldn't anyone clear those trees?
Yes, of course. Before Procamo came to town, we were gonna hire some Khajiit from Olkar to do the work. But when he and Alanya arrived, he asked if there was any service he could provide, so we took him up on his offer.
Can you explain this pack hostage business?
It's somewhat complicated. This situation is all about a contract that ensures equal treatment between unequal partners. Pacomo is a mage, powerful and learned. We're just simple brewers.
Why would he need to eat her, though?
Tradition states that the packed hostage is a guarantee that the more powerful party will fulfill their end of the bargain. If Pacomo doesn't fulfill the contract, we'll be forced to prepare his wife and serve it to him as Untrapa.
Untrapa?
In Tonrealic, it translates something like atonement. We say that if you are forced to eat the Unthrop, you must eat your sin. You must consume your failure.
Well, that's ominous. It's like, so this beautiful white lady here would be eaten by her husband.
This really is the most delightful brew. Being a packed hostage is turning out to be very pleasant, really.
Reynolds has had some concerns about Pelicamo. She suggests I talk to you.
Oh, silly Percolmo. Yes, he's taking his time. Don't worry, he's getting it just right. I bet he's just forgotten some ritual components. Or the ritual itself, he did that once. Silly Percolmo.
Do you think he needs some help then?
I bet he'd appreciate any help you'd be willing to give. Percolmo is a kind, gentle soul. Didn't help him at all in the guild, but it makes me love him all the more.
Aren't you frightened?
Oh, no. Not at all. Ronith has been a dear to me, and Percolmo told me all about this hostage thing. He says it's just a formality, that I don't have anything to worry about. So I'm not.
So she offered herself as the hostage. Like, they didn't make her be the hostage. She offered herself as the hostage. And the hostage is the one that is fed to the person that doesn't complete the contract. Tellinger kicked him out of the guild? Oh god.
Wait! Why are you in my tent? Who are you?
Sir?
Oh, hello. You're not from Willow Grove. You're looking through my things. Can I help you?
You're Piccolimo? I'm here to help.
Thank the Eight. I really could use some help. Something's gone terribly wrong and I don't know what I did. I should never have told them I was a powerful mage. My poor Alanya. I don't want to eat her.
I found a ritual in your tent that might help.
A ritual? Oh, the ritual Master Tellinger sent for me. You're right. This should absolutely work. We'll just need to gather the right ingredients. Will you gather them? I should really attend to things on the hill.
I can do that. What do you need to get?
The chitin of a Horvor, 5 torchbug thoraxes, and a heartwood fragment. I don't know. Maybe Raneth will know where you can find these things. I have to get back up the hill. Just find me when you have them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll see you there. Got 1 torch bug, 2 torch bugs, 3 torch bugs, 4 torch bugs, 5 torch bugs.
I hoped there was something helpful in the tent. Starting to worry about how the other villagers will react to these continued delays.
There was. I need to find some ritual components for the mage.
Ah, good then. What are you looking for? Perhaps I can help.
I just need 1 heartwood fragment.
Oh, heartwood? Any of our grown homes should have some. When the greenspickers shape trees into houses, it often leaves behind wilted and useless heartwood. We keep them as decoration, but no one would mind getting rid of it.
Do you know where I can find some Horvor chitin?
Cerulean should have some. He's a merchant. Travels all about Valenwood, but always returns home to us here in Willow Grove. He usually has some chitin from his travels to the southern wood.
Alright, let's go ask him.
Take pride in your work, I always say.
What can I get for you? I have goods from the march and into Valenwood.
I'm looking for some chitin.
I've got some spare chitin in stock, and I'd be happy to sell it to you. But, you're not from round here, right? I could use a favor.
Sorry, I just need to buy this quick.
It's my
69
pleasure.
gold.
Enjoy your giant tick exoskeleton in good health.
So I don't have time for dubious requests for work. Oh good, the last of the tigers that I need. Yay! That quest is done too. Oh, dude, what have you done? Why is there fire? Why is fire happening?
Stendar wants me to tell you he saw that.
Stendar wants me to tell you that he saw that. It was an accident.
My friend from the tent, how good to see you. Did you find the ritual components?
Kokomo, what's going on here?
I don't know what you mean. Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all.
The forest is full of Atronachs.
Ah, you noticed them. Well, that's true. I intended to summon up just a simple magical force to clear the trees. My people, we don't make pacts with Daedra, you know. But something went wrong. Very, very wrong.
What are you going to do?
Cast the ritual. I've got everything ready here. Double check just to be sure. Just needed those components you gathered and... yes, ready to go. I'll just get started. Okay, I can do this. Just like forgetting my notes. Here we go. Wow! Master Tellinger's spell is easier than I thought. I think something's wrong. What's going wrong? I did it right. I need help! It's just barely holding together.
Is it working? What's wrong?
Since the spell I cast wasn't intended to bring in the Atronachs, I'm having trouble sending them back.
How can I help?
I need to link the spell with the Atronachs. Cores, destroy the creatures and get me a core of each element type. And hurry!
Yeah, also if you're doing dailies to kill Daedra or Atronox, this is the best place to do it. Okay, that's the frost one. There's the flame one. Let's see if we can get a storm one. Nope, we're gonna have to find another storm astronaut. Luckily, today doesn't seem to be a very busy day for this area. Sometimes this place is crawling with players, picking all the Atronachs off as soon as they spawn.
We're still
There we
standing. Be proud of that.
What's going on here? You summoned Daedra into our forest.
We're working on it. Please, I'm trying to.
You're a monster. Our contract is broken. The Green has spoken.
No! Wait! She seemed very upset. Very upset.
I've got the course. What was what was that all about?
Alanya, no! Ranith will cook her up now that she's seen what's happening here. I have to go. I'm such a failure. Please, you have to help me set this right.
Yes, that's why the Atronachs are here, right?
I normally fail at everything. You have to understand this spell worked too well. I wanted a simple magical construct and it summoned dozens of Atronachs. Something has to be corrupting my ritual, twisting it.
So what do we do?
Take this wand. I borrowed it from Master Tellinger before I left the guild. You can use it to pinpoint the source of the corruption. I have to go after Ranith. I have to save my wife.
I'll see it done. Good luck. Yeah, I already know where we're going, so it doesn't really matter, so...
Stow your weapons, my friend. We've won.
Oh god, look who it is.
Hey, mortal! Come on over here!
Barbarous, not again.
Hey there, mortal. How you doing?
Hello, talking dog.
Ha! You mortals. You always make me laugh. Yep, I'm a talking dog. Name's Barbas. I'm a companion to the Daedric Prince of Wishes. Guy by the name of Clavicus Vile.
Why are you here?
Hold on. We'll get to that in a moment. I bet you're here about all those Atronachs, right? That stupid mage let his magic get away from him.
Yes, what do you know about it?
Well, this altar here next to me is the cause of all his problems. He had this silent plea to have something work well just once in his life. The altar twisted that up, and to be honest, it keeps me bound here.
Why are you bound here?
Look, do you want to fix things for that guy or not? His wife will get eaten if you sit around talking to dogs all day. If you want to set things right, you'll have to smash the altar.
Fine, I'll smash the altar.
We'll both be happier with that altar smashed. You'll see.
Now will you answer some questions?
Sure, mortal. What can old Barbas tell you?
Can you tell me more about Clavinus Vile?
He's a pain in my furry butt. That's what he is. He's the Daedric Prince of Deals. Make a wish, seal a pact, and he'll be there to grant you all the power you want. For a price, obviously.
What are you?
That's kind of a rude question, isn't it? I'm a dog. Look at my snuggly fur and cute wiggling tail. I'm adorable.
I just absolutely love this scene. I'm a dog. Look at my snuggly fur and cute wiggling tail. I'm adorable. Why are you down here?
Vile and I have a complicated relationship. How can I explain it to you? I'm a dog, right? He put me in the doghouse. Won't let me home unless somebody else lets me out.
Why is the altar here?
I don't really know. I guess there was some kind of cult here in the march a long time ago. Or maybe it represents the site of some kind of important pact. Even Vile's forgotten about this old place now.
Put poor Barbarous in the doghouse.
Good luck with whatever it was, mortal.
Barbarous is free. Now all these guys are neutral, so you can attack them if you want to fight them, but they won't attack you otherwise. Oh, I was saying, I thought Barbarous was watching. No, those were tigers. Rameth.
You've returned. Don't try to interfere. But Calmo brought this on himself. Atronox, in our wood.
You have to stop. Pokemo didn't break your contract.
What are you talking about? I saw the Atronox. Our sacred wood, ravaged by Daedric beasts. I gave him a chance and he spit in my face. I wish it were otherwise, but the Green Pact is clear. He must eat his sin.
Daedric Ultra was hidden up in the mountain that twisted his spell.
You have acted with honor so far, and I have no reason to think you a liar. But about the Atronox, though, we aren't prepared to face beasts like that.
I've destroyed the altar. Pelgamo's magic should be fine now.
And he can send those things away. I see. It's clear to me now that Willowgrove needs someone wise to the ways of spellcasting. In the meantime, I owe some apologies. I will set about freeing Alanya. She did not deserve our rough treatment.
Where's the mage?
He's locked within my home. He was being held until mealtime.
Until mealtime.
Go and fetch him. I will untie Alanya and meet you
I'll
there.
go tell him the good news.
This isn't a good time.
My friend! They hit me over the head and dragged me in here. Is Alanya safe?
Alana is safe. I've convinced Renlith not to kill her.
Truly? Thank the Eight, my friend. Without you, I would never have found out what was going on. Thank you. Alanya and I are deeply in your debt. Where is she?
She and Reneth should be just down the ramp.
What are we waiting for then? Let's go!
I'll be right behind you.
Master Pacalmo, Lady Alanya, please, accept my apology.
Don't worry. I thought it was my fault too.
What he means to say is, these sorts of misunderstandings happen. We're not the type to hold a grudge.
Right. Yes. That's what I meant.
I'd like to extend you a more permanent offer here. We could use someone with your diligence and knowledge.
I don't really follow. I don't want to put Alanya at...
Dear, she's offering you a job. You'd be the town mage.
Really? I mean, yes, absolutely. If it's all right with you, dear.
I think I'd quite like that. No more stone tables, though, Ronith.
It would be our honor to have you both here. We came far too close to a tragedy here. If we'd wrongly slain Alanya.
Things seem to have worked out.
Thanks to you. A touch of a Daedric prince is enough to muddy any water. I look forward to working with Master Pacamo. We could really use someone of his expertise. May the green guide your steps.
Complete quest. Ooh,
Your
another
quest to
location
improve
down.
never ends. Just like a knight.
Alright, so we are off to Harridan's caravan.
Please help me. Please, you must stop. Listen to me. You have come to Hadran's caravan for the games, yes? The gambling? My Tand is missing. I fear the worst, and I do not know what to do.
Who is Tand?
He is my mate, my life partner. He came to the caravan to bet on the games, to win gold so that we could make a life together. Foolish Tand. No coin is worth his life.
How can I help?
His father and sister joined me in the search and told me of a woman named ESO. She works for Hadran himself. Might even know where my boy has gone, but would not speak to us. Please, will you try to speak to her?
I'll speak to her on your behalf.
I can see the benevolence of Srendar in your eyes. Thank you.
Why did he come here to gamble?
Who can say why a man in love does anything? We have spoken about our plans over the last few years. What we want to do with our lives. Tan grew restless, tired of waiting for tomorrow to come.
So he came here hoping to win a lot of gold?
Our dream, do not laugh, please. Tan's father, Mozak, is a cook, and a very accomplished cook. My Tan is a good cook as well, and I have always wanted to run a business. We spoke of opening our own tavern, making Mozak proud.
Why are you so worried?
You have not heard of Hadran? His reputation is one of darkness and cruel claws. They say he trades in slave flesh and skooma, that he makes deals with spies and traitors. I worry my sweet Tan is in over his head.
Why did he come here to gamble?
Who can say why a man in love does anything? We have spoken about our plans over the last few years. What we want to do with our lives. Tan grew restless, tired of waiting for tomorrow to come.
So he came here hoping to win a lot of gold.
Our dream, do not laugh, please. Tan's father, Mozak, is a cook, and a very accomplished cook. My Tan is a good cook as well.
Oh, sorry.
And I have always wanted...
I got distracted.
Welcome to Hadran's caravan. I'm Ezum. I manage the games and the tavern. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a Khajiit named Tand.
You'll have to excuse me. I make it a policy not to discuss what guests have come to the caravan or what they do here. We value the privacy of our clients, you know.
He's missing. His family asked me to find him.
Ah, I understand. I'd like to help, but... You know, perhaps some of the game runners may have seen him. If you were to speak to them, maybe spend some coin, perhaps, they may recall this kitten. It's what I'd do, if I were you.
Anyone in particular I should speak to?
Let's see. Dulan espies many things from his position at the Lizard racetrack, and most people that come to the caravan watch the spikeball races, so Bunal is a good bet. Kaba up at the troll ring has a keen eye for newcomers.
Thank you, Ism. Yeah, that wasn't ominous, then.
The next race is about to begin. Place your bets. Remember, the fine line between winning and losing is the finish line.
Have you met anyone named Tan recently? I'm looking for him.
Now is not the time for questions. Now is the time for betting. Place your bet on one of these fine lizards. Winners get fed, losers feed us. Right into the stew pot. After the race is finished, we can discuss your friend.
I know a secret that will make your stews even better.
You question my skill at cooking? This one stew is known for yards around. But, maybe you have a suggestion? An exotic recipe?
You've got it. Just tell me when I can find Tand and I'll share it with you.
Tand. Ah, yes. Dulon remembers him now. Yellow braids, younger. He was here. He lost many coins, then got into the moon sugar rum. Sad state of affairs.
Is he alive?
Oh, of this I am sure. But if Hadran heard about this, well, the boss doesn't mind drinking, and he has a certain patience for owing. But drunks that owe a lot of coin tend to disappear. They are hard on the piece and bad for business.
What does the boss do with drunks?
Who can say? Dulon never sees them again. Now go. This one has races to run.
You look strong, sleek. Yes, come. Join the race. Try your hand at spikeball, the sport of champions.
Actually, I'm looking for a Khajiit named Tand.
Why look when you have found your new calling? Spikeball is the most exciting new sport in all of Tamriel. You will be hero to all.
I'm really just here to ask about Tand.
Perhaps you do not understand. Bunal is running a business here. He must run a match. Perhaps after the match, Bunal will be more willing to discuss this Tand person. But only after the match.
Fine, I'll play.
Yes, Bunal likes your style. The game is simple. You must run the course and beat the other runners to the finish line. Each of you will carry 3 spike balls. These you can use to throw at your opponents, to stun them and slow them down.
So it's a lot like Mario Kart in that regard.
Ready, set, spike ball.
Whoops, that was definitely a mistake.
Please return to the starting line.
Make sure to grab only blue spike balls.
Yes. Ready. Set. Spike ball. Remember your tongue. You fly like the wind and hurl like a giant. If you were to consider a career in spikeball, this one would be pleased to be your manager.
Now tell me what happened to Tand.
I remember your Tand. Yes, he was a fierce runner. Great speed. Very powerful.
He won at spikeball?
Spikeball? No, he was terrible at spikeball.
What do you mean?
Hadron's men were chasing him. I have never seen such an athlete. This one thinks a spike ball or two would have served him well.
Alright. Now, see, this is the one I wish you could actually play. I really wish you could have done the troll fight.
Witness a diabolical duel of death and destruction. Place your bets. Two terrifying titans face off in a bloody battle of bulk. Welcome to the Troll Arena.
I'm looking for a Khajiit named Tand. Have you seen him?
Kaba has no interest in talking of troublemakers. All she speaks of are bets and trolls, winners and losers. Perhaps if you were to bet, she would remember a loser named Tand.
The Colovians at Athena didn't intimidate me. You won't either.
It was you who stopped the Colovians? Out of respect for what you did at Arenthia, you may ask your questions, but be quick. I have much to attend to.
Tell me what happened to Tand.
Kaba remembers him. He bet and bet until he lost all his gold, crawled into the bottle. Azum heard of his losses and his drinking and his debts. He might have even heard from Kaba.
What did Azum do with him?
Who can say? She has tried to warn troublemakers off in times past before Hadron can get his claws on them.
What does Hadron do with troublemakers?
This one does not know, and she does not want to know. Hadron makes troublemakers and debtors disappear. Kaba is not so curious about their fate that she would risk sharing it.
Absolutely fair.
I've been looking for you. Hadron would like a moment of your time.
Am I about to disappear like Tand?
I wouldn't talk like that in front of Hadron. In my experience, prophecies like that have a way of fulfilling themselves. You brought this attention on yourself. Show a bit more subtlety, and you might just live through this day.
Are you taking me to see Hadron then?
Smartest thing you've said today. Yes, I'm taking you to Hadron. Mind what you say to him, and keep your guard up. And don't trust him. I certainly don't.
Lead on then. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just kill him and lead a revolution in the camp, like I've done on multiple occasions with people that have tried to make me disappear.
Let me explain how things work around here. For our little operation to work, everybody's got to watch everybody else. The dealers watch the players, the game bosses watch the dealers, and Azum watches the managers. Me? I watch everybody. But today, I'm watching you.
I'm looking for a Khajiit named Tand. I heard you have him.
Let me tell you about Tand. When he won, he collected. When he lost, he borrowed. When the well ran dry, he whined. He owes me a lot of gold. If I forgave the debts of every whiner with a sob story, I'd be out of business.
Is he still alive?
Of course he's still alive. Dead men don't pay debts. We made a deal, him and me. He's working it off. Doing a little heavy lifting around the camp. And when he gets used up, I'm going to sell him. He doesn't know about that part yet.
Can I pay his debt or just buy him from you?
Why not? Come on, big shot. I'll take you to him myself. Walk this way.
Oh look, it's an ambush.
Circle around!
Now, did you really think that was going to work?
Over here. Easy now. Don't kill the only ally you have in this camp. I just want to talk.
What do you have to say?
Hadron's a monster. Over the years, the coin, the skooma, they've made him cruel. Cross him, and usually you end up buried in a hole out in the wastes. Kill him, and no one will mourn him. What I propose is simple. A kind of limited partnership. Kill Hadron and walk out of here with that boy, Tand.
Why should I trust you?
I've worked this caravan all my life. These people are my family. What started as a side business for Hadran is getting out of hand. Hadran's a slave trader. The Khajiit you're looking for isn't working off a debt. He's being sold on the open market.
What would you have me do?
Grab some of the old uniforms in that tent. Free Tand and the other prisoners, and they can walk out in disguise. Hadran already has buyers set up. He'll be out for blood. He comes after you, and you take him out. Simple.
I'm in. Shifty eyes.
This one promises to bring money next month. No, next week.
I'm not going to hurt you.
You can't hurt me. Shifty can't get the money if... What? Really? Oh, thank Riddlethar. Untie this one.
My friends are gonna murder you for this. Just you wait.
Calm down. I'm here to free you.
You are? Oh, thank you. I was so scared.
I wasn't stealing. I just slipped and put my hand in his coin pouch.
I'm here to free you.
Oh, finally, you cretins listen to reason. It was an accident. Phew, I think I should keep the money that fell into my palm, just as compensation for this incident.
Really, dude? You gotta admire his audacity. I slipped, my hand went into his pocket. I should get to keep the money that slipped into my palm as way of compensation. Like, dude, you gotta admire his audacity. Just gotta.
Many thanks. We must get out of here. Tand thought he was going to be sold. This one thanks you for your help.
What happened to you?
Tand came here. He thought he could win money enough to open a tavern, make his father and his Sind proud. Before this one knew what was happening, he was dragged off by Hadran and his strongmen. They said they would sell this one to slavers.
I need to get you out of here.
Yes, we must leave. The gate to the outside is just around the corner. Sind must be worried sick over this one.
Surprised as greedy as Howard did, and he wouldn't let me just pay it off.
That carcass is mine. You won't leave here alive. Now, kill!
Riding with you never stops surprising me. Well fought.
Why did you have to die too, Asim? It's free people, holy shit.
You have returned my Tan to me. I do not know how I would have gone on without him. Your kindness will never be forgotten. How did you get him out of there?
I had to kill Hadron. He was selling guests of the caravan into slavery.
Truly. Then thanks, Rendar, you came along. Tamriel is free of another shaveskin Muskas. And Tan is returned to me. Bright moons and long life to you, Walker. We will remember you, always.
Okay, off to the next location. Oh, I forgot that you can do a daily here. Oh, you can do a couple dailies here. I think you just get gold for completing it. I don't think you get anything else. Well, they might not even be dailies. They might just be repeatable quests. That's what the green arrow symbol means, or quest symbol means, is that it's a repeatable quest. But some repeatable quests are only repeatable once a day, and some are repeatable multiple times a day. Those might be repeatable multiple times a day.
Bright moons, traveler. Welcome to our little town of Srenja. Tasia does not suppose you'd like to help her fix the bridge.
Not particularly. What's wrong?
Apologies. I am just a little tired. Clan Mother Shazora's last assistant Urkad quit very suddenly. And Tasia has had to scramble. Many things to fix, many problems that need solving.
Problems? What kind of problems?
Oh, you know, this is a small town. Even the smallest issue becomes a matter for waterhole chitter-chatter. If you are not a carpenter, perhaps you would be willing to take on some of these problems? Speak with the clan mother?
I could do that. Where can I find her?
Bright moons light your path, my new friend. Clan mother manages town business from her office at home. You cannot miss it. The largest building in town.
Why did this Rakid quit?
This one does not know. Some kind of difference of opinion? Tasia would suggest you speak with the clan mother if you'd like to know more.
What kind of problems are you having?
Oh, you know. Small things for a small town. One of the older persons was complaining of rats. And Tasia thinks someone said children were stealing their crops.
Why did the clan mother's assistant quit? Oh, we already asked that. Okay.
I'm at my wit's end.
Shazura will hear your problem, but you must wait your turn. Do you not see all these people before you?
Actually, I was sent to help you.
Tasia sent you? Or Zalza? For what purpose? What have those lazy attendants done? Nothing has gone right since Rakad, but never mind. What do you mean?
You're having some problems, right? Can I help?
Perhaps. Lately, a few of our clanmates have been on my doorstep day and night. If you were to investigate, Shazura could get some real work done.
I was here first.
No, you weren't. This one was here long before you.
Just point me in their direction.
Excellent. My three loudest kittens are Milk Eyes, Ezag, and Kalari.
What's Milk Eye's problem?
The clan knows Milk Eyes as a crotchety blind man, but really, he's a sweet old cat. Rats now live in his well, he says. Shazura is very fond, truth be told, And she does not want him hunting rats in the dark.
What is Zarek complaining about?
Ezag is always
Ezag.
complaining about something. This week, he says someone is stealing his crops. Shazura thinks it is the local children playing jokes, but he is sure bandits stalk his fields.
How can I help, Kalaria?
Poor little Kalari. Of late, she's had bright moons and dark both. Her uncle passed away, but left her his old house. She tried to move in, and now swears the place is haunted.
I've decided who I'd like to help.
And which of my sad little kittens will you lift from the sand?
We're going to start with Milk Eyes and work our way down the
Bright
list. We're going to have to do
moons
all
light
three of
your
them
path,
eventually
little
anyways,
one.
so it doesn't really
You will
matter.
find his house east of here, up the hill. Good luck with those rats.
I'll speak to him at once.
Milk Eyes really is sweet, you shall see. Tell him Shazura said bright moons.
What do you do here?
What does she not do? Shazura is the clan mother of Srenja, arbiter of disputes, leader in rituals venerating the Two Moons dance, eldest of the women in the village.
Your last assistant quit?
Ta! Rakad was my assistant for many years, made himself invaluable. Then Shazura finds he has been in contact with the smugglers and skooma dealers from Pa'alat.
What did you do?
Shazura confronted Rakad about his dark dealings. He laughed, said she had become a feeble old cat. She showed him. Had Rakad run out of town. Now no one doubts who runs Srenja.
So let's see. Can you tell me about the town?
There is not much to tell, my new assistant. We are a sleepy town, yes? We trade with Willow Grove. Try to keep the men from going to Palat or Hadron's caravan. And the merchants make trips to Dune when we need supplies.
Okay.
What is it?
Hello? Who's there? Tezia? Tell your busybody clan matron I'm not interested.
I'm not Tezia. Actually, Clan Mother Shazura sent me to help you.
She did, huh? I don't know what she told you to get you out here, but I guess I can't turn down hell. Alright, now on to my problem. There are some rats in my well. I can hear them scraping around down there at the bottom.
How do you know they're rats?
What else would they be, damn it? I hear them down in the well. They must have found some way in, a back way, and lately some of the water has tasted funny.
You want me to get rid of them?
I'd do it myself, but if Clan Mother Shazura found out I'd gone down there, she'd string me up. Get down there, roust out those rats and make sure they can't get back in.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, you know what's what. Now stop jawing at me and get rid of those rats.
The Clan Mother said to say bright moons to you.
I'll bet she did. Mangy old Khajiit. Bleh.
What do you mean?
Let's just say Shazura isn't blind like this old cat. She knows a good thing when she sees it. And she's been trying to see Milk Eyes. I mean, she's been trying to see me for years now. I don't need that in my life. Clan Mother is crazy.
How long have you been hearing these rats?
Maybe a week. Yes, just over a week. Those nasty creatures have been fouling my water and scrabbling around down there that long. Disgusting. If Shazura liked me as much as she claims, she'd have sent someone over sooner.
Well, she lost her assistant, or she probably would have. Kind of weird that about at the same time the assistant disappeared, the rats started showing up in his whale.
And be quiet.
Tezia?
Keep your voice down. Tezia has no interest in slavery today, thank you.
What's going on? Who are these people?
While you were talking to Milk Eyes, Tezia was patching some holes in the well and, well, she fell in. It looks like the old cat has bigger problems than the rats. Do you smell that? They're running a skooma lab down here.
What are we going to do?
Tezia's going to hide right here. She's no smuggler killer. As for what you should do, the chemicals they use are very flammable. You might be able to smash up the tables. Then, just find a torch or a lamp. Burn the lab all at once.
I'll smash these tables and burn the lab.
Stendar was with us in that fight.
Ooh, that was not what I intended to do. And that was definitely not what I intended to do again. What the heck?
Move to flank!
One to go.
I take no pleasure in killing, but I'm glad we're alive and they're not.
Are you well? That was quite a show.
What happened?
Tezia grabbed you, got you out of there. There was an explosion like we hoped. And then smoke and fumes from the skooma. We won't have to worry about that lab anymore.
You pulled me out?
Tezia just did what anyone would have done, she thinks. Tezia, we'll go tell the clan mother what has happened here. You go tell Milk Eyes his rats are gone, yes?
I will, and thank you, Tezia.
I smell smoke. What happened?
There were no rats near where smugglers set up a skooma lab.
A skooma lab? In my will? Get me my blade! It's around here somewhere. You go back down there together. You just point me in their direction and I'll cut them to giblets.
That's an image, a mental image. They're all dead, Milk Eyes. I destroyed the lab.
Nice work. I'll get Clan Mother Shuzura to have Tezia seal up the cave, clean up my well and such. She's good at such things.
Anything else I can do?
With my skooma peddling rats dead, it should be nice and quiet out here. Ezag complains about trouble at his farm when we play cards, though. And I heard that little Callery girl crying about her uncle's house. Might see if they need a hand.
I'll go help the farmer next.
Good. You should know, little one, that you've helped one of the most respected members of our small community. And you have his gratitude.
Quite a nice little...
Give that fat bastard my best, eh?
Where can I find your friend?
He's just down the hill, probably working on his damned barn. Tell him next time we're playing at his place. Shady bastard.
I will. I wonder what he has to say about Milk Eyes if you do it the other way around. Maybe next time I'll do it the other way around. See what he has to say about Milk Eyes.
What do you want? You are in Ezag's light. This one has chores to do.
I was told someone is stealing your crops.
You have seen the fields here on this day? Well, crops keep disappearing in the night. Plants just don't up and walk away. Shuzura keeps telling Ezag it is his children playing pranks, but he has lost half his crop this week.
What can I do?
It's bandits, damn it! Thugs and hooligans are taking Ezag's crop. Head down to the field, find their hideout, kill their leader, bring me his head.
I'll look around.
On second thought, do not bring Ezag a severed head. He would almost suffer.
What crops are you growing here?
What does it matter? Ezag grows moon sugar, of course. It is a common staple in Reaper's March. We trade it with other villages and sell it in the markets of Dune. Have you ever had moon sugar encrusted ham? Oh, delicious.
That's why the bandits are stealing your crop, because they need it for skooma. Because you can't make skooma without moon sugar.
Move your feet. Get moving.
Dust down the stairs, honey.
There's someone in the field. Get them.
Stop the bloodshed. We should talk. You slaughtered Zurana's men, and now you come looking for her blood, yes? Perhaps there is another way.
What do you have in mind?
Rakad's deal was a good one, but it's not worth Zurana's life. We stole the crops, collected the coin, but now... perhaps you can make her a better offer.
Even if I don't kill you, keep this up and you'll be dead soon. Go find a new life.
Perhaps you're right. Yes. Zurana needs to find a new way to make coin. She will leave, and Rakad can find his moon sugar some other way.
Good to hear.
This is never going to end, is it? So, Ezag was right? It was not children.
You're right. There were bandits stealing your crops.
Ha! Ezag knew it. That Shuzura thinks she is so smart. Did you deal with them? Is their leader lying in a puddle of blood somewhere?
Don't worry, their leader won't be bothering you again.
Ha ha! You have made Ezag's day. No, he's weak. Ezag shall name the next barn he raises in your honor.
Thank you, Ezag. Anything else I can do for you?
Not for Ezag, but his niece Kalari just inherited his brother's home. She has said there is something wrong with it. Ghosts? Perhaps you help her as you did Ezag.
I'll help Kalari next.
Good. Now get gone. Ezag has many chores to do and has already spent too much time joying with you. Go! Kalari should not have to deal with her father's legacy alone.
What do you know of her problem?
Apparently her house is haunted. She's Ezag's niece, so normally I would be suspicious. Shiftless family ties, you know? But she is a good sort. Never known her to lie. And a sweet lass to boot.
I'll tell her that you're thinking about her.
Don't worry about Kalari. Just mulling what she should do next.
Can I help? Someone said something about ghost.
Kalari is not even sure they are ghosts. She doesn't know what they are. I inherited this house from my uncle Enoch Doe. He passed away not too long ago. When my brother Matal and I tried to move in...
You seem very frustrated.
It's bad enough that these apparitions keep appearing and disappearing all over the house. But every busybody in Serenja keeps trying to help Kalari, as if she was some kind of fragile flower. Dark moons.
Can I go inside and take a look?
Be careful in there. Whatever they are, get too close to them and they'll send you flying. Kalari found that out the hard way.
Why did your uncle leave you to his house?
Uncle Enoch and I were always close, I suppose. Kalari's father died when she was a cub, and after he treated me like a daughter. His only other family in town is my other uncle, Azag. He already has a farm on the edge of town.
Can you tell me anything else about these ghosts?
They began showing up almost immediately after Uncle died. Very strange. Kalari does not recognize any of their faces, and as far as she knows, no one has died in the house. Uncle passed away while on a trip to Dune.
Where's your brother? Why isn't he helping you?
Oh, Matal is probably off getting into trouble, again. After our father passed away, my uncles Enoch Doe and Azag tried to teach him right from wrong. He would never listen. Kalari has barely seen him since we inherited this house.
Nightstand's full of broken skooma gear, several cracked skooma pipes, and an old burnt skooma dish. You find dozens of hand-scripted bet notes from places like with names like Pautalot, Haldan's Cavern, and some words far away as Skywatch. Good gracious. His wardrobe is filled with old clothes, clearly of Khajiit fashion. Some are old. Some of the oldest articles were once very fine, but have worn over the years. Well, that wasn't a wardrobe. Nephew, if you're reading this, then your uncle is dead. I thought the score we needed to get out from beneath Raghad was in Dune. I was wrong. I thought the moon sugar and skooma was an investment. I was wrong. Marthal, he will not stop with me. I have left the house to you and your sister. Get her out of there. Convince her the place is haunted or something. Just get her out of there and sell it. Shuzara has more gold than she knows what to do with. Offer her the place at a discount. Just get Raghad paid off and do not tell Kalari. You do this right and your sister will be safe and never know what you did. Screw this up and, well, don't screw this up. Moons keep you, Marthal. So they were in on the whole thing.
Did you get any of those ghosts to talk? What did you find?
I found a letter from Enoch Doe to your brother.
What? Let Kalari see that. Matal and Enoch were running skooma? And for Raghad of all people. Shazura's old assistant. Dark moons and dull claws.
What does this have to do with the ghost?
Kalari does not know. But wait. Right here in the letter, Uncle says to get Kalari out of the house. And even says, make her think it is haunted or something. Matal, moons bless him, is not very creative. Could he be behind the ghosts?
Where's Marthal now?
Raghad's house. That's where he has to be. She kept seeing him near that well, wandering about. Kalari thought he was just being lazy, drinking water. To do this magic, or whatever it is, he would need a private place. That must be it.
Stay here, I'll check out Raghad's old house. So the trick to this is you have to make the gems match the secondary color that's between them. So for example, this one needs to be orange, or sorry, this one needs to be purple. This one needs to be green. Oh, that was green. No, no, no. And this one needs to be orange.
What happened? Was Matal in Rakad's house?
We were right. Morthal was behind the ghost. They were illusions meant to scare you off.
Illusions? Kalari supposes that makes sense. Matal was always learning little tricks. But where is he? Where is Matal?
Should we tell her the truth or lie to her? Truth? Okay.
No! Damn it, Matal, you stupid Khajiit. Why would he do this to himself? Why would he do this to me?
I found this letter from Rakad to Morthal threatening your life.
Let Kalari read that. So Rakad threatens my life directly, and Matal thinks to save me through fear. The typical thinking of a stupid brother. He died for Kalari, that idiot. Such a waste.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No. Kalari would like some time alone to think now. You have done so much for her. You should go speak to the clan mother. Tell her of all you have done for Sarenja.
I'm heading back to her next.
Thank you for all that you have done. May bright moons light your path, as they have not done for my family.
Complete quest.
Kalari will be all right. You will see. Just needs some time to deal with what has happened. Go, speak to Shazura. She will want to hear from you.
I'll go speak to the clan mother.
Good. I'm sure she'll want to thank you for everything you've done for the village. Bright moons.
I'll be on my way then.
Shazura has heard you have been all over town, yes? Tasia has told this one of your exploits, your work. A great help to Srenja you have been.
I've done what I could.
This one finds it hard to believe you've dealt with everyone already. You have helped Gentle Milk Eyes with his rats?
It turned out a group of skooma dealers had moved into below as well. I took care of them.
Skooma dealers? In Shazura's town? Dark moons. But then surely you couldn't have also helped Kast Ezag with the children stealing his crops.
He was right. Bandits had moved into a cave near his farm. They are not a problem anymore.
What? That old buzzard was telling the truth? Fine, fine. Then we should make sure someone looks in on Kalari. Poor little girl is scared to death, thinking there are ghosts in her big new house.
Actually, the ghost religion spells meant to scare her off. I took care of them as well.
Dark moons and dull claws. What has become of my town, my Srenja? Bandits and spells and... Wait a moment. Did you say skooma dealers? Did the name Rakad come up at all as you dealt with these problems?
Several times, actually.
Joan and Jode strike me down. Shazura had thought him run out of town. His dark influence purged from her clan. But no. Stranger, you have done so much for Srenja already. Will you help Shazura? She means, Srenja again?
What would you have me do?
Shazura must admit, she let Rakad too close. She let Rakad do as he pleased for so long. When he was her assistant, Rakad would often use an old cave outside of town for projects. She never asked, because she did not want to know.
Sounds like a good place to check out. I'll go right away, Clan Mother. Time to finish this off.
Met your match. That was it, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Give it all you've got.
First.
No, you weren't. This
Well, what did you find? Did he leave behind some papers? Something to show what's going on in Shazura's town?
Actually, he was using the cave as a base of operations for a smuggling ring.
Shazura is speechless. Was Rakad there?
He was, and I killed him. He won't be a problem any longer, Clan Mother.
There was a time when Shazura knew every plot, every rumor, every story within her village. Now, she cannot even banish a scoundrel like Rakad. Thank you. Please speak to Tasia. She'll offer you some coin for your service.
Thank you, Clan Mother. You might want to consider retiring.
You have served this community with distinction.
Thank you, Taza. Sumaya said something about a few coins.
Here you are. I know Shazura is hard to deal with, so Tasia will say what she cannot. Srenja's path is lit by bright moons, all because of you, traveler. From this day forward, you are always welcome in our little town.
Alright. Another quest done, and that's a good stopping place for today. We got 7 major locations done. We finished the False City Autumn site. We did the Dolken Monastery. We did Moonmount. We did Willow Grove. We did Howardon's Cavern. And we did Sinanja. Next time, we're heading to Dune. And we're going to finish up as much of Reaper's March as possible. I don't think we're going to get completely finished next week, but we shall see. If we can, we will. If we don't, we don't. We still got a couple. We still have I think 5 more streams before the next content drops. So we have plenty of time to finish Reaper's March and get working on the Sigic Order quest line, which is what we're doing next to try to finish up. So I will see you next week as we continue more of Reaper's March as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. Thank you very much, and goodbye, everyone.
Long before you.